Hello guys, very good morning. Welcome to the sessions of DevOps with AWS. And those people who doesn't know about me, I am Chaitanya. I will be your trainer for this entire sessions. So what is today's agenda? So the agenda for this session is the first one is we will be discussing about the who has to do this course. Who has to do this course? Okay, so there will be so many people who are attending to the sessions and they will have their own expectations. And before I go into the who has to do this course, let me go with what you will learn in this course. What you will learn in the course and which type of jobs you can apply for. After completing the course, which type of jobs you can apply. Okay, and who has to do this course? So it is not a very big question here, but anyways, let me answer that also. So first things first, what you will learn in this course, or else. So in this course, this is the course which I have designed to make you understand about the DevOps concepts. Okay, so by learning this course, you will be understanding the DevOps, which is a very, very important tool in the current IT industry. So majority number of the companies are now shifted to the cloud. So that is also one of the part which you are going to learn over here. So the cloud computing. So and then for automating the entire process, we are going for the DevOps. So DevOps is a tool. It's a methodology. It's not a tool. It's a combination of multiple tools where we are going to use this for automation and fast processing of applications. Fast processing of applications. For example, in good olden days, if I want to create an application, if an IT company has to create an application, it is going to take lots and lots of time. So like years it is going to take to deliver the application for the end customers. I mean, for the clients. But in nowadays, what is happening? Everyone are very happy with the automation techniques within short span of time. So many number of applications are built, so many number of upgrades are happening. So that is what you are going to learn here. And the next one is we will be discussing about the cloud, especially about AWS cloud. So why we need to learn AWS cloud? What is the importance of AWS cloud? What are the different services that we will have in this cloud? And next one is, so this is the basic things. Later, what we can do here is, so simply I will call it as DevOps administration. DevOps administration, or what I can say, automation method. And the next one is AWS cloud. So by completing this course, you can write an certification for AWS associate architect. So this certifications you can do, and as well as AWS SysOps administrator. Okay, so this administrator, these certifications you can do. Associate SysOps administrator and associate architect certifications you can do. And which type of jobs I can apply for? Okay, so the jobs which you can apply for here is wherever you go. Sir, if I learn only AWS, can I get a job? If I learn only DevOps, can I get a job? So let us see how we are going to get this. Everyone will go for the job on this portal only, Naukari. And here the registration is not required. Let us see. I'll search for a job AWS. Okay, so cloud engineer, or else the keywords I am giving here. For example, I will give a keyword called as cloud engineer. I want to apply for a position called as cloud engineer. And let me search for this. So when I search for the job, so there is a cloud engineer job position available. What are the job responsibilities, job description? So here you can see minimum 2 years of experience, hospitality. This is not the one. And for example, GCP cloud engineer. So they are requesting for a GCP cloud engineer where they are requesting for the Terraform. Terraform is one of the tool in the DevOps. Okay. And they want the cloud formation. These are the infrastructure as a cloud. And for monitoring and maintenance, they need the Prometheus. Okay, security and scalability of AWS applications. So AWS productions in the sense nothing but you have to understand the AWS the auto scaling groups and all the things. Management of creation, release, and configuration of platform as a service. System troubleshooting, and these are the minimum requirements. So here you can see there is Terraform. So even though it is a post for the GCP cloud-based service, but still they are asking for AWS knowledge and as well as the DevOps knowledge. And when I go for another job, for example, let me go for, they are saying Java Cloud Engineer, but here they are asking for GCP or AWS. Okay. And they are requesting for any knowledge on Spring Boot, Kafka, Redis. These are the requirements, and it is into the developer position. So like that, if you take any job portal, so for example, if I go for site reliability engineer, so this is one of the job which we are looking for, systems engineer, site reliability engineer. What they are asking for? They are asking for the job requirements and job description. Here you can say government healthcare and internal staff and requirements. These are the requirements, communication, health sector. They are expecting engineering and software and QA. But if I go back here, let me check the Capgemini. Here you can see designing implementation of Rancher managed Kubernetes cluster, which is a DevOps. Terraform, DevOps. Helm, which is into the Kubernetes. Argo CD is into the Kubernetes. Prometheus and Grafana is into the DevOps. CI/CD pipelining, nothing but Jenkins. Okay, so they are requesting for all these kind of requirements. So wherever you see, you won't be able to see only a cloud. You will be seeing cloud with the DevOps. So that's why we have introduced this kind of course for you. So here, by completing this course, what are the jobs you can do? So you can attend for the interview of DevOps engineer, and as well as you can attend for site reliability engineer, that is SRE, and as well as you can apply for cloud engineer position also. Okay, these are the multiple positions which you can apply for. Okay, and now who has to do this course? Right now, anyone can do the course. It is not restricted to a single set of people. Okay, anyone who is interested to learn the cloud, everyone can do the course. So if you are having, some people will say that, sir, I am from the development background, I have knowledge, I have full experience into the Java, can I do the course? Yes, you can do the course. And if you are into QA, can I do the course? Yes. So you might be having some 3 to 4 years of experience into QA, still you can do the course. So those who are interested to learn the course, everyone can do that. There are any prerequisites? There are no prerequisites. The only prerequisite is that you need to have a basic understanding about Linux. Any which ways, we are going to discuss about that Linux in this course also. So when tomorrow onwards, we will start working on the Linux. So we will be understanding what is Linux and how we are going to work with the Linux. These concepts I will obviously discuss with you. What are the basic commands? I am not going very in deep into the Linux, but the basic commands we are going to discuss. So the prerequisite is that you need to have the clear-cut understanding about the Linux environment. Why? Because majority number of the companies and cloud environments are using the Linux operating system. So what else we need to have? What are the other prerequisites we need to have? You need to have a laptop or desktop with a good internet connection. Laptop or desktop with good internet connection to access to create or else to do the practicals in the AWS environment. Okay. So this is what the concept is all about. So who can do this course? Anyone can do this course who has that ability of understanding. Do we need to have any basic knowledge on anything? So you don't need to have any basic knowledge. Just you need to have a knowledge on computer, how computer will be working. So CPU, RAM and storage about the computer. If you know about that, then you can do the course. Rest of the things I can take care of. Okay. So this is what about the course introduction, and what we are going to discuss in this entire concepts of DevOps administration, cloud administration. So in the cloud, what we are going to do here is we will be working on the AWS environment. On the AWS cloud, we will be working. In AWS, we will be discussing about VPC, EC2, and the next one is IAM. And then we will be discussing about S3, storage configuration, and then serverless architecture. We'll be discussing about the serverless architecture. And then we'll be discussing about CloudWatch, monitoring, and there will be compliance and governance will be there. And we'll be discussing about AWS DevOps, like code pipeline and code commit. Code commit is not there. So from AWS, they have removed the code commit. They integrated with the Git. So code deploy, code pipeline, like that we are having the AWS DevOps options are also available. And finally, we'll be working on the PaaS services, platform as a service, like Elastic Beanstalk, RDS, DynamoDB, like that we are having the platform as a service. So with this, we will be winding up the sessions. Then you will have the SNS and SQS also available. So this is just a blueprint, which means that we are going to cover only 8 topics. No. So AWS will alone take somewhere like 40 to 45 sessions. So in AWS, we'll be discussing about VPC. In VPC, again, we will have the VPC peering, VPC NAT gateway, transit gateway, endpoints, security groups, and NACL, VPN configuration. And again, coming back to the EC2, in EC2, we will discuss about EC2 types of EC2 instances, launch templates, Cloud Shell, AMI, EBS volumes, load balancer, application load balancer, network load balancer, and auto scaling groups. You will have Route 53, CloudFront, Global Accelerator, and then web application firewall. And further, if you go ahead, we have to discuss about the cloud trail, and then we'll be discussing about guard duty, AWS inspector, and then AWS secrets manager, relational databases, DynamoDB. So like that, there are so many things that we will be covering. So this is just like a blueprint of the syllabus which we are going to discuss. And finally, there will be infrastructure as a code. This is the cloud formation. Cloud formation. Then we will dive into the DevOps. In DevOps, what we are going to discuss, the first and foremost thing is shell scripting. Okay, nowadays so many people are asking about the Python scripting. I am also looking into that. If there is any possibility, I will start it from your batch. And the second one is Git. We will be discussing about Git and GitHub, and what are the complete configurations of the Git. We will be discussing about that. And the next one we will be discussing about Docker, and then we will be discussing about Kubernetes. So actually we have to discuss about the Terraform, but not here. We will be discussing about the Terraform later. Why? Because so in general, what is my plan of action? I will tell you the plan of action after the completely giving you the syllabus. And the fifth one is we will be discussing about uh, Terraform, and then Jenkins, and the monitoring tools like Prometheus and Grafana, and then build tools like Maven. And finally, we will be completing the course with SonarQube. Okay, these are the basic tools that we are going to learn. So what is the plan of action? I mean, what you are going to learn? What is the roadmap for your entire course? The roadmap is that first we will understand the Linux, the basic concepts of the Linux, basic commands of the Linux, and later we will go ahead into the DevOps. Directly we will be jumping onto the DevOps. So we will be starting the concepts with the shell scripting, Git, Docker, and Kubernetes. And after completing the Kubernetes, we will take a pause, and then we will dive into the AWS. and we will dive into the AWS. After completing the AWS, then we can go ahead into the Terraform. So without having the knowledge of any cloud, so Terraform is an infrastructure provider. Without having the knowledge of AWS, I cannot take you into the Terraform. So I will discuss about the AWS first, and then we will go into the Terraform for creating the infrastructure. And finally, we'll be working with the Jenkins. If possible, I will try to explain the Jenkins in the beginning of the DevOps only. And then later we will go ahead into the Prometheus, Maven, and SonarQube. So this is the path. This is how we are going to understand the entire topics. So the duration of the course will be 3 months. Okay, three to 4 months. Why? Because Kubernetes itself will take 20 days. Most probably in the first month you will have the weekends, you will have the leaves, or else you will have the holidays on weekends. But from the second month onwards, you won't have any holidays. We will be having the complete end-to-end sessions will be there. Okay, every day you will have a session, and by 3 months we have to complete the sessions. So this is the agenda. What you are going to get while attending this session, you are going to get the videos and documents. Okay, whatever the the course related documents. Okay, the syllabus and whatever we have discussed, and as well as whatever the content that we have discussed, each and everything will be given as a documentation for you. You can check out if you have any questions. You can check out from that document. And what else I am missing here? The course fees, actually, that is, don't bargain at course fees. Okay, so if the course fees is constant, why? Because whatever the course that we are discussing over here, so no another institute or else any another institute will provide that in that particular price range. I can assure you that. Okay, and what else? Okay, so this is about the complete cloud environment and DevOps, which we are going to discuss, and what is the roadmap for completing this entire course. So any questions here? Up to now, whatever we have discussed, any questions?
Hi, this is Girish.
Hi, Girish.
Hi, sir. So actually, this is completely DevOps, but do you provide how to integrate with AI DevOps?
See, in AI DevOps is not yet into the market, Girish. Okay. Majority, see, right now in India, majority of the companies are using the AI for the what I can say. If you get any problem, to resolve that problem, we are using that AI DevOps. Okay, so just like going to the Chat GPT and giving the error and getting the answers. So if you think that is the AI DevOps, then that is not the AI DevOps. But it is not practically implemented. We are still in the progress of implementing that particular thing. Why? Because whatever the tools that we are having, we can integrate the APIs. So Gemini API, Chat GPT API into the applications, and we can get the response from the AIs. But it is not still yet in the complete available format. It is into the development state. So if there is any available, if there is anything that is available, I will let you know about that. Okay.
Okay, but like my question is, so here shell
Yeah,
scripting instead of shell scripting, can't we use Python, sir?
that is what I said you. So we are talking about the shell scripting. If there is any possibility, I will introduce the Python also. It's not the complete Python I am going to introduce. Again, there will be Python scripting will be there. Python is different and Python scripting is different, right?
Okay, because in my previous project, actually I'm not into DevOps, but I have heard previous project they are using DevOps beside me, so they are using Python, mostly
They
Python.
might be using the Python. So that is what I said you. Okay, if there is any possibility, I will introduce the Python scripting. I'm not
They,
confirm you all the course content here, right? So I have given you the best course which I can provide you. If there are something I can add, I can add. If there are something I can remove, I will remove that. Here I did not mention the AWS artificial intelligence like SageMaker and Bedrock. If that is thoroughly, see, why? Because we need to check out both the things. First one is pricing, and the second one is whether this course is suitable for the candidates or not. Okay. If I introduce the Bedrock, if I introduce this SageMaker to you, so for a free tier account, that will be a lot of burden if they are incurring an unnecessary charges. You are into learning the course. At the time of learning the course, you cannot put huge amount onto this practicals. So I have to consider that, and as well as I need to consider whether the students are capable of understanding this or not. Then only I will introduce that particular modules into your course. Okay. So basically, I'm going with a normal strategy that is helpful for you to crack the interview. So once we have done with whatever the necessary topics and everything that is helpful for you to crack the interview, then we can see for an advanced topic. Without the basic knowledge, how I can tell you? See, you are asking about the Python. Okay, Python is fine. I will try to introduce that also. But
Okay.
without having a basic knowledge on whatever we are discussing, if I try to make you to enter into all the things, you will get confused, and in the interview you won't be opening up your mouths. So my requirement is not that, right? I want my candidates to at least to go for a cracking an interview. At least he should be confident enough to complete the, I mean, I can say the answers. So you should
Uh,
get that confidence. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, that is my requirement over here. Right. Anything else, guys? See, if you are from, that is what I said, you who can do this course. If you are from a non-IT background or else from an IT background, it doesn't matter. The person who is from a non-IT background also, he can crack the course. It is not a tough course, it is simple course. Okay, you don't have to use the logical statements, logical conditional statements. Basic commands, basic things will be there. There won't be any coding also not included over here. So it's okay, no problem. It's just a thing of understanding, or else it's just a thing of getting the content properly. Okay, so when you will get the content properly, whenever, if I'm telling a particular topic, so when I ask you if you have any questions, any doubts, if you are interacting more with the faculty, then the session will be live and you can gain more knowledge from me. Otherwise the session will be very flat. Even I can I will be in a stage of sleeping. Okay, so my request from my end is that please, if you have anything, whenever we are discussing about any topic, we need to be more involved into that when we need to do the more practicals. Okay, so my session is not a theoretical session. First things what I want to tell you here is it is not a theoretical sessions. Every session is a practical session. Most probably 90% of your sessions will be completely practical oriented sessions. So for that, what is your requirement? You need to have an AWS account. As we are working in AWS environment, you need to have an AWS account created. Okay, so again, coming back to the point, how we can create the AWS account. Today we will see how to create the AWS account. If you are interested, we can create it. So the entire agenda, I mean, the point is that, so whenever we are talking, when you join into a course, you have to do the practical. You might not find the time, you might be working, you might be busy with your works. See, right now I am into artificial intelligence. I am also taking a few knowledge from my seniors about the artificial intelligence. See, everything. Coming back to the point, I am having 13 years of experience into the IT industry. Starting as a system administrator, I have zero knowledge in the development side. I don't belong to any developer thing like Java, Python. So I am into the system administration. I work completely with the servers. Okay, so that is not a very big problem for me. So working with the servers and slowly upgrading myself to the AWS and now DevOps and then Kubernetes. So I started my training from 2014. So I am a Microsoft certified, I'm an Red Hat certified, I am certified Kubernetes administrator, and as well as I have my certifications in AWS. So these are the certifications tracks which I am having right now. So when I coming back to the point, whatever you are asking, so if I have to tell, again, I will come back to this AWS account creation. One thing that I want to tell you here is, I'm also from a non-IT background. So starting from my engineering career, I'm an engineer. I'm an engineering graduate here. So I completed my engineering in electrical and electronics engineering, triple, which is a chorest concept, chorest engineering, engineering which I have done. We don't even touch the computers. So first year we might have touched the computer, but the next 3 years, we don't have any interaction with the computers. We'll be working with the electricity. We'll be working with the motors, power generation, power transmission, power distribution. These are the core concepts for us. So from that point to right now, I am working as an senior DevSecOps engineer in a top level MNC company into the research and development wing. I'm an engineer in the research and development wing. So the point is how I have got into that position because of my practice. So those who are interested to join in the course, you might be thinking that why he is giving his self taunts. Okay, I'm not giving this I'm just giving you the explanation. Even a student from the core background can achieve anything in the IT industry if he has the time to do the practice. Whatever the concepts that we have discussed today, if you have the time to practice that, then you can become another DevOps engineer like me. Or else if you can be becoming more and more than me also. So the point is practice. So everyone will be lagging at the practice only. So today I have given you so much of elevation related to the practice. So you have to do the practice every day. So today it will be there, but tomorrow when you start the practice, some X work you will get, and you might be not focusing on that. After 1 hour, what happens? Okay, we will have the weekends. We'll discuss. We will try to do the practice in the weekends. When Saturday came to you, okay, Saturday and Sunday is there. So on Saturday and Sunday, what you are going to do? Okay, a new movie has released in the market, so let us go for the movie. So you will go to the movie, half a day is over there, and after coming back from the movie, you will say that okay, still we have Sunday, we can do that. You will sleep, and then Sunday comes. So when Sunday comes, some of your friends will come to you and ask you to go for playing a cricket or something. So you will go out, you won't do the practice. So the entire week of concepts will be stored, and next week we will have some more new concepts. So you have to do both the practices. It is not a theoretical concept, it is totally a practical oriented sessions. Whatever the DevOps and AWS that we are going to discuss, everything is a practical oriented session. So you have to do daily basis, you have to practice daily basis, then only you will be able to get a job. So I can help you in the interview preparation, I can help you in the interview questions. Okay, so the point is, whatever I am doing from my end, how many efforts that I am putting from my end, if you don't put at least minimum efforts from your end, like doing the practice at least, see, whenever you are attending to the course, I will say that the course duration will be 1 hour, and then allocate some 2 hours for the practice. Total course duration will be 3 hours per day. In 24 hours, can't you allocate 1/8 part of those 24 hours? So that is 3 hours. Just allocate 3 hours for your career enhancements. Then only you will be successful in cracking the interview and getting a good paid salary. Otherwise, the syllabus will be there, the practicals will be there, the syllabus will be moving on. Within three and a half months, we are going to complete the entire course. And then suddenly you can see yourself, you are lagging so much behind. At that time, if you want to do the practicals, it will be very, very tough for you. Then you can, so then obviously what student is going to do? Student will blame the faculty. The faculty did not train us well. He did not give but you did not practice. So that is what I am saying. If you do the practicals day by day, and again, I am saying you one thing, my sessions is not like another sessions. Okay. I'm not specializing or else I'm not highlighting my sessions. Of course, these are also one of the sessions of the DevOps, which is given by the other faculties. But the point is, there won't be much leaves, there won't be much delays in the sessions, there won't be much delays in the classes. So you can, whenever you attend to my sessions, if I say 3 months or 4 months, within 3 to 4 months we are going to complete the entire sessions. Okay, so there are some people who might be asking me a question that, sir, can I take AWS and DevOps parallelly? See, for completing one practical per day, I am telling you, you have to spend 3 hours. If you are unable to spend 3 hours for a single practical, if you take AWS and DevOps parallelly, then total 6 hours you have to spend on the concept. I'm not saying that you cannot do DevOps and AWS parallelly. You can do it, but the amount of time that you have to spend on the practicals will be doubled. So then will you spend that time? If you are capable to spend that time, then you can take it. Otherwise, go with one at a time. Okay, so that is what I am saying you here. So this is what about your concepts of AWS and how you have to do, how you have to work on the daily basis. And yeah, so when you're coming back to the AWS account creation, so I hope I made it very clear for you how will be my classes. And if there is any possibility, I will take out some of the interview preparations for you. In between the sessions itself, I will ask you some questions. I will give you some questions, and at the end of the sessions also, I will provide you the complete interview questions in the document format. For example, if I complete Git, what are the interview questions that you are going to face in the interview? So I will give you that questions. So I will make sure that you will be ready for the interviews. But the major responsibility has to be taken by you. You have to complete the practicals. That is the only thing which I am saying you, right? So yeah, is it clear? Any questions from here, from you? Is there any questions from you? And coming back to the syllabus wise, I did not included AI into this. If there is any possibility, I'll definitely include it. But right now we are not included. I mean, I did not include any AI here. Right. So let us go for the AWS and AWS account creation. What is this AWS account creation? Why we need to have this AWS account creation? See, whatever the fees that you are paying, that is for the training only. Okay, the fees that you are paying is for the training only. Now, when we create an AWS account, for AWS account, you might be creating a free tier account. The entire what I can say, terms and conditions for creating the free tier account is totally changed. Whatever the free tier account that previously before July 2015, sorry, 2025 is there, those terms and conditions are not applied now. So the entire terms and conditions for creating an AWS free tier account is completely changed. They are giving two options for you to create an AWS free tier account. One is 6 months option, 6 months free tier, and the other one is pay as you go method. So what are these two things? 6 months means they will give the free tier account for 6 months, and once the 6 months tenure is completed, then the account will be automatically terminated. Okay, it's a free tier account. And pay as you go is like lifetime account they are going to provide. And here they are going to give you in 6 months account, and as well as in the pay as you go account also, they will provide you $100 of credit. Okay, actually they will say that $200 of credit will be given to you, but I don't see they will provide $200. So I'm going to cut off that to the $100. So they are going to provide you $100 of credit to you. Whatever the resources that you have deployed, that $100 of credit is more than enough for you for doing the practicals. In pay as you go method also, you are going to get $100 of credit. So to create this account, what are the requirements? What are the requirements to create the AWS account? The first one is you need to have an unused email. Unused email in the sense the email which is not used to create any another AWS account. For example, so many people will create, I mean, already that is the unique email ID should be there. Okay, simply I will say that unique email ID should be there. And as well as the second one is whatever the credit card or debit card which you are using, credit card or debit card which you are using, this should be not used or else unused in AWS. What is this unused in AWS? Simple. For example, I have an email account called as kumaraws@gmail.com. So this is my email account, which is newly created. And with that Gmail account, I am creating an AWS account. When I am creating the AWS account, I have only one single credit card is available with me. I use that credit card to create the account. When I use the credit card to create the account, that is already used. Now there is another email account for me. So that is chaitanya@gmail.com. So with that chaitanya@gmail.com, I want to create another account. So when I try to create another account, this time also I have to provide the card details for checking the what I can say, whether the account is available or else he is capable of paying that, they are going to deduct some 2 rupees. So at that time, if I give the same credit card, previously before July 2025, AWS will accept that. Okay. So the credit card information, you can use a single card for multiple AWS account. But right now, what has been changed is only you can use a single credit card for single account. So the credit card or debit card which is unused or else which you did not use it for creating any another AWS account, the same credit, I mean, you can use that credit card. So if you have already used the credit card or debit card for creating the AWS account, you cannot use that credit card. So you need to have an unused credit card or debit card for creating the AWS account. And the next one is mobile number. Mobile number should be an unique mobile number. Mobile number. And finally, you need to provide an government ID card. Government ID. Either it might be PAN or else it might be Aadhaar card or passport or driving license. Aadhaar card is not there, I think. PAN and PAN, driving license, and what is the next one? Passport. Any of this government ID you have to provide the photocopy of that. So you need to upload the front and back side of that government ID. Front and back side of the government ID. Maybe most probably they are asking for the front side. If I am not wrong, correct me if I am wrong. So you need to upload the front and back side of the government ID into the whenever you are creating the AWS account. So these are the changed terms and conditions in AWS. So it is not simple to create the AWS account. So if the account is failed to be created, your account will be created. There is no problem with the account creation, but this $100 of free credit will not be there for you. Account will be created. If you use the credit card, if you are having only single credit card or debit card, definitely you need to create an account. If you have to create an account, then what you have to do, you need to use the what I can say, the same credit card or debit card. At that time, this $100 of credit will not be there. So you will be charged whenever you deploy an EC2 instance. Okay, you will be charged. If you deploy an S3 bucket, you will be charged. If you create any another configuration, you will be charged. So the charges will be there when you create an AWS account. If the AWS account creation is successful, but it is going to show you that this information is already provided, so we cannot provide you that $100 of credit, then the account will be there, but the credit will not be given for you, and you have to pay for all the resources. That is the main problem with the AWS account creation right now. Okay, so if you want, you can check out the YouTube videos, or else you can go through the AWS site also and check the information from there. So this is what you need to have to create the AWS account. If you have this these steps or else these requirements, then you can create an AWS account. So it's mandatory for you to have an AWS account. Why? Because we are going to discuss each and every topic in the AWS EC2 instances only. So that's why it is mandatory to have the AWS account. Okay. So those who are having these details ready with them, we can create the AWS account. And by the way, the people might not have this government ID photocopy with them. If you don't have, you can create your government ID photocopy also. You have to upload that. Okay, so you take a photo of your PAN card, front and back side, and try to upload it into your new AWS account, which will be helpful for you to create the account. Okay. So this is about how to create the AWS account. These regulatories, these terms and conditions are changed after July 15, 2025. Okay, so that's about AWS account creation. Right. So if you see here, how I can create the AWS account. aws.amazon.com/free. So create a free tier account. Here you can see new customers can get up to $200 in credit. They are saying $200, but I say they will provide $100 and later they will provide the $100. So here you can see new customers can get started with at no cost with the AWS free tier, gain 100 USD credits at sign up, and up to 100 USD more to earn as you explore the AWS key AWS services. When you explore more and more key AWS services, when you work on more and more AWS services, then they will provide another $100. That's a question mark for me. So I don't know how many people has got that, but I did not get it out. So you will get the $100 of credit if you are giving the proper information. Test drive AWS services with a free plan up to 6 months, and you won't be charged unless you choose the paid plan. Okay, which allows you to scale your operations and gain access over 150 services. So if you select the free plan, experience AWS for up to 6 months without cost or commitment. That is what I said you will get a 6 months AWS account. So that is what a free plan is all about. And paid plan receives up to 200 USD in credits. They are saying up to. Whenever you say up to, don't trust that. Why? Because if you get a scratch card in PhonePe also, they will say that if you do the transaction, you will get up to 100 rupees. Starting from 1 rupee to 100, that is up to. So you might get 1 rupee, 2 rupees, or else 100 rupees also. So never ever trust up to 100 up to things. Okay. So you will get up to $100. Please keep in that mind. And later by using the services, you can grow up to $200. Includes free usage of selected services, no charges. See, this is also very important. Include free usage of selected services in the sense, for example, I am deploying a NAT gateway. NAT gateway will charge you $0.5, $0.05, which is somewhere equivalent to 5 rupees of, 5 Indian rupees. So that doesn't mean that it is a free service. Okay. Only selected services will be given as a free for you. What are the selected services? For example, in AWS, there is an thing saying that we will provide 750 hours of free EC2 instance access. What is the meaning of that? Free EC2 instance of T2 micro. So you can use T2 micro instances free for 750 hours. But there is a logic here. What is the logic means? For example, if you create one T2 micro server, right now they have changed it to T3 micro. For example, you created a T3 micro server. Okay. So this T3 micro server, when you create that, if you use it for 1 hour, that is from 750 hours, 1 hour of duration is completed. If you create another T3 micro server, the second T3 micro server is also created, and 2 servers are running right now in my AWS account. So now what happens? This first server will run for 1 hour, and the second server is also going to run for another hour. Okay, at 9:30 I have deployed 2 servers, but AWS is going to consider it as a 2 hours. 9:30 to 10:30 is only 1 hour for a single instance. But if you are running 2 instances, then that is 2 hours. If you are running 3 instances, then that is 3 hours. So actually manual, if you are seeing with a human eye, it is only 1 hour, but AWS is not going to consider like that. If you are deploying multiple EC2 instances, for example, if I deploy 4 EC2 instances and these 4 EC2 instances are running continuously. Okay, so for 1 hour they are continuously running. Then for 4 EC2 instances, every EC2 instance is calculated for 1 hour. So that will be total 4 hours. For the humans, that is only 1 hour. But for as per the AWS environment, if you are running 4 EC2 instances, that is 4 hours. So now how many hours they are giving for free? 750 hours. 750 hours in the sense per month, how many hours will be there? 30 into 24, that is 720 hours. 720 hours will be there. And additionally, they are giving extra 30 hours. So that 750 hours they are providing. If you are running only a single EC2 instance, if you are running multiple EC2 instances, so that will be reduced to, so from 1 month to 15 days. If you are running 2 EC2 instances continuously 24/7, then the time duration will be reduced from 1 month to 15 days. If you are running 3 EC2 instances, then it will be reduced to 10 days. If you are using 4, then it will be reduced to 5 to 6 days. So I'm telling you in a clear-cut manner. So if the AWS is saying it's a free tier account, that doesn't mean that you are going to get everything for free. Okay, there are certain limitations. There are certain technical strategies which they are playing with our brains. And then no charges incurred unless you switch it to paid plan. Workloads scale beyond the credit thresholds. There will be credit thresholds. Workloads cannot be scaled beyond those. Okay, so this is not possible. Allow access to all AWS services is not allowed in the free plan, but in the paid plan you are going to access all the services. In the paid plan also you are going to get $200 of credits, but what is going to happen depending on how much usage you are doing, depending on that the credits will be deducted. So this is the paid plan. I prefer the paid plan rather than the free plan. Why? Because in paid plan you are going to get all the AWS services and everything. So I prefer the paid plan. And then what you can do, you can create an account. So you need to provide the email ID and password over here. The email ID should be the new email ID, but I already have my AWS account, so I'm not going to create it. So the actual thing is like this. Okay. So if you want me to create an AWS account, so you need to have all these things ready with you. Then only we can create an AWS account. Okay. So this is how you can create it. Any questions here? Any questions? Any confusions?
Hi Chaitanya. So if
Hi.
you create the Girish here, so if you create the free account like so or paid account, within how many like time duration it will get activated?
Instantly it will activate. There is no time duration.
So paid account means after 6 months it will get they will provide like $100 again they will provide another $100.
No. For paid account also they will provide the $100 instantly into your AWS account. Okay.
Okay.
Depending on your AWS services, how effectively you are using the AWS services, they will increase the credit to $200. Are you catching? At that today you created the AWS service, AWS account, right? It's a paid
Okay.
account or free account. Instantly they will credit $100 into your account. Okay, those $100 you can use it for your AWS services. Clear up to this?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you are using multiple AWS services, more effectively you are using the services, and you are trying to gain knowledge on more and more services you are using continuously, then what they are going to do is, depending on how you are using the AWS services, they are going to credit another $100 into your account. So that is an optional one. That $100 are optional, but this $100 are confirmed. Confirmly, you are going to get the $100 of credit instantly when you create the AWS account. But how you are going to get that $100 if you are having, if all these conditions are satisfied? Otherwise, you won't get that $100. Okay,
Okay.
right? Clear or
And what?
confusion? Hmm.
Yeah, and once this dollar get completed, then they will like deduct money from your account, right?
They won't deduct you. They will bill you just like a postpaid. You are using. Did you use any mobile postpaid mobile number?
Okay, okay, I got it, got it, got
Okay,
it.
so they will charge, they will bill you. You have to pay at the end of the month. I mean, you have to pay at the beginning of the month. So the payment date will be at third of every month, third to 15th. In between that, you can pay it. You can pay the bill.
Okay, it
Okay.
is monthly, right?
Monthly.
Okay.
Any questions, guys? Okay. So this is the basic introduction to what is the course and what you are going to learn. And if you want to deploy an EC2 instance, any which ways we have come to this end, I just want to show you a Linux EC2 instance. Any which ways tomorrow onwards, we are going to work with the Linux environment. So I will deploy a simple Linux EC2 instance. So everything you are going to learn over here. So this is the name of the instance. So I will simply give Linux server. So here you can go with Amazon Linux, Ubuntu Linux, Red Hat Linux. There are so many Linux EC2 instances are available. We need to select any one of the operating systems. These are called as AMIs. And then we have to select the instance type. So here you can see there is free tier eligibility is there, but my account is not free tier eligible, but there is a free tier eligibility is there. So if you select this server, you won't be charged until the free tier usage is there. You won't be charged. But other than this, if you select any another EC2 instance, you will be charged. Okay. So and the next one is key pair. Key pair is for the security login, secure login. We are using the key pair. And then I can select a VPC. What is this VPC? What is the subnet? What is meant by security group? We'll discuss all about this in the upcoming sessions, the next session or else any upcoming session. And launch the instance. So here you can see my server got created. Once the server is created, we can log in into the server and we can execute the commands. So it is so simple to create the servers and run the servers in the AWS environment. Within short span of time, we can deploy the servers and we can run the servers. Deploying means creating or installing the servers. So that's it. I mean, it's an, I know what is the problem here. 1 second. So what are this? What are the specific applications that we require to run the practicals, to do the practicals? I will be using the putty as my terminal to access my servers. So here I am able to access my server, and as well as you can use the PowerShell. So my recommended thing is install putty on your system, and as well as install Visual Studio Code on your system, and whatever that is required, I will discuss about those things in the upcoming sessions. So that's it. So we'll meet in the next session. This is how you can create an EC2 instance. Any which ways we are going to run the commands on this EC2 instances from tomorrow onwards. Okay. So have a nice day. And tomorrow we will start working on the operating system. What is meant by operating system? What is meant by kernel? What is meant by terminal shell? Every minute details we are going to discuss, and we'll wind up the session there. Okay. Anything else, guys?
Chaitanya, tomorrow same time, right?
Same time.
Okay.
By the way, I just forgot to tell you the timings again. The timings will be generally now the demos are going on from 10:30 in the morning to 11:30. Demos 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. But once the demos are completed, your session will start at 9:30. After Saturday, you will have a holiday on Sunday. From Monday onwards, the session will start at 9:30 and it will wrap up at 10:30. Okay.
Okay.
Right. These are the timings which you are going to have. So yes. So have a nice day, and we'll meet in the next session. Next session, the timings will be 10:30 only. Demos will be on 10:30. From Monday onwards, you will have the session at 9:30. Okay.
Okay.
Right then. So have a nice day, and we'll meet in the next session, guys. Bye.